जय भीम, नमो बुद्धाय. स्वागत आहे भिक्खू ज्ञानज्योती यूट्यूब चॅनलमध्ये. जर तुम्ही सुद्धा आपल्या चॅनलवर नवीन आला असाल तर चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा, व्हिडिओला लाईक करा आणि व्हिडिओ शेअर करायला विसरू नका. संपूर्ण व्हिडिओ पाहून आपले पुण्य संचित करा.
सुनो सुनो सिद्धांत कथा.
And they said, oh, we help you. Where did you think you dropped them? They said, I dropped them in the garden. I said, well, why are you looking for your keys in the road? He said, because it is very bright here. It's very dark in the garden. Very difficult to look for something in the garden. And of course he said, well, even if it's very bright, the keys are not here. They're in the garden. And the keys to peace and happiness we can find inside ourselves, not outside ourselves. But we have to apply technology. We have to be systematic. It's not that there is one thing called agitation and confusion and unthinkable peace, and we have to turn our back on the confusion and look for peace somewhere else. We find the peace by understanding the nature of our mind, by looking within. This is what meditation means. It means giving your life some quality time. Rather than being a student or a daughter or a son or a this or a that, you just come back to your nature. Basically, there is the body and the mind. And you need to study your body and study your mind, not as philosophy, not as psychology, not as biology, but as direct experience. What it really feels like right now to be a human being. What is happiness? What is pain? What is suffering? What is the relationship between pain and suffering? One mathematician who was a Buddhist, he came up with a formula. He said, pain multiplied by the desire to get rid of pain is suffering. So I don't have time to leave this for your homework and see whether you agree with it or not. So when we look inside, what we find is it's so difficult. Our mind is like a monkey. It's jumping here and jumping there all the time. So we have to develop some stability. This is one of the first things that we need. Clarity of mind, stability of mind, and contentment. Interest in looking at your mind provides contentment. So first thing is some real interest in what does it mean to be a human being? What is my experience of pleasure and pain and happiness and suffering, and how can I train my mind to reduce the causes of suffering and to increase the causes of happiness. This is something we all as human beings have a capacity for, but we're so interested in the world outside ourselves that we don't give any time to go inside ourselves. We all know, every religion tells us that true happiness lies within. And we say, yes, we agree, but we do not take that belief and then apply ourselves systematically to try to discover this inner peace. In meditation, there are so many different techniques, but the underlying principle is you put your mind on one thing. And for instance, many people use the breathing because this is completely neutral, doesn't belong to any religion. The breath comes in, the breath comes out. It's part of being a human being. But if you use that as an object of mindfulness, then you can create a stability of mind. It's a training of mind. Your mind goes off, you bring it back. Your mind goes off, you bring it back. And then people say, oh, that's so boring. I don't want to do that. But then I often say, well, have you learned to play a musical instrument? Have you learned any skill at all which which did not require some very hard work at the beginning, on the very basic. If you want to play the piano, you have to know where the white notes and the black notes, and so on and so forth. So it is quite difficult in the beginning. But you can see some progress. And so one of the analogies to explain this is a tap. You turn on the tap just a little bit, and you get a drip of water. It's drip, 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 like this. And if you turn on the tap a bit more, and it's drip, 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 drip. And if you turn on the tap fully, you get a flow of water. So when you begin to meditate, the meditation, the awareness that you want, the clarity of mind you want, is like a drip, drip, drip. You practice a little bit more, drip, 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 and eventually you get a flow of awareness. And this is what we call samadhi. So this is the first stage of meditation, to create this clear, stable mind. And when your mind becomes clear and stable, it feels really good. There is a new kind of happiness that you experience that is not dependent on seeing interesting things or hearing things, but it just is a natural expression of the mind with awareness. And this will give you great confidence to carry on. Now, as you progress, then your understanding of yourself and your mind changes. And of course, I don't have time to give a long discourse today, but I'll give one more analogy to give you an idea. If you look at the sky, so there's the sky, and then all those things in the sky, different kinds of clouds, birds, aeroplanes, but the sky is not affected by clouds. You can have a cloudless sky, and there's very few misty clouds or thick thunder clouds. Now, but the sky remains the sky. It's not affected by the clouds. There may be birds, there may be aeroplanes, all these things are arising, passing away, passing through the sky, but at the same time, there is a sense that the sky is unaffected by that. And so in the busy world, being peaceful does not mean that you have to step back from the world and to neglect your responsibilities to your family or your community. All those things are like the things that go through the sky. But at the same time, you can just shift your focus from all of the moving things and responsibilities and all the things you have to do in your life, and just change your focus to the sky. Your mind can be like the sky. And this is the peace that you can realize that even while you're studying hard or you're following your profession in the future or leading your family life, we have great capacity, we have great potential in our minds that mostly is untapped, simply because we're not turning the attention inwards and finding a balance between the outer world and the inner world. So these are a few words of advice that I'm encouraging. I would like to offer you this time.
Thank you.
For peace, we find that these are actually one and the same thing. But the quality that we need to develop, firstly and most importantly, is mindfulness, developing observation skills. Because if we want to find peace in our life, we have to conduct an examination of all of the qualities that prevent peace from arising. There is a famous occasion in Italy when the great artist Michelangelo was asked about one of his most famous sculptures. It's a weary horse, and it's made out of one horse. And someone asked Michelangelo, how would you sculpt
आदरणीय जगप्रसिद्ध भंते अजान जैसारो जी का स्पीच अकोला के सबसे बड़े स्कूल माउंट कार्मेल स्कूल यहाँ पे चालू है। और ये देखिए बच्चे बहुत इत्मीनान से भंते की धम्म देशना सुन रहे हैं। बहुत ही इत्मीनान से भंते की धम्म देशना सुन रहे बच्चे। मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मैं ये कार्यक्रम अटेंड कर पाया हूँ, ये धम्म देशना का कार्यक्रम अटेंड कर पा रहा हूँ और आप तक ये पहुँचाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। आप तक ये शब्द आप तक पहुँचाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। साधु साधु साधु।
असेच नवनवीन व्हिडिओसह भेटू पुढील व्हिडिओमध्ये। तोपर्यंत जय भीम, नमो बुद्धाय।
सुनो सुनो सिद्धांत कथा, सत्य कथा।